What is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast coming at you on this beautiful Sunday with another live stream for you. NFL has been on fire and, breaking news earlier today, so I had to get on and give you my take on it. Gonna cover a couple of different NFL news, starting number one with, of course, Deandre Hopkins, one of the biggest fish left in the sea to get capture, signs with the Titans today. Titans. I did not see that coming. I mean, there was rumors for the Titans, but why? He said he wants to be a winner. I don't know why he's doing with the Titans. Anyway, also, the NFL franchise deadline is tomorrow for players that need to either agree on the franchise tag or reach an agreement with an extension. And there's 3 players I'm going to hit you with that are right now the center stage. And I'm going to give you my take, and I think what's going to happen. Saquon, Josh Jacobs, and Tony Pollard are the 3 biggest dogs out there who haven't reached a decision yet, whether or not they're going to sit out, take the tag, or reach an agreement with the respective teams. Then, of course, new headlines, what's trending in sports, got the latest trending headlines to give you my quick reactions on as well. As I mentioned, definitely we're going to start with DeAndre Hopkins. Is now a Tennessee Titan. So, if you would have asked me when all this happened, he said he wanted to build a super team with Dalvin Cook, or Dalvin Cook said the other way around. He wanted to play for a winner. Obviously, he said he wants to win. I'm a little shocked here with the Titans, even though there were rumor to be in the mix. But anyway, first and foremost, 2-year deal, $26 million. Don't have the details of the exact contract here, how much is guaranteed. However, you're looking at a guy that I think just went for the most amount of money that was giving an offer to him. That's the bottom line with DeAndre. I don't think it is to win because Tennessee has a lot of question marks, especially in the most important position in a NFL team, in a football team, is the quarterback. There's a lot of question marks surrounding Tennessee. Yes, they have a good defense, they have a good coach. One of the beasts and one of the best running backs out there in Derrick Henry. Those are great qualities. So let me just give you my take and stop beating around the bush here. Like I said, 2-year, $26 million for DeAndre Hopkins. All right. Here's some of the positive, I believe. Positive of this takeaways, right? Definitely going to deplete a Titans wide receiving core and offense that was almost dead to last season. All right, look, let's take a look at what they were working with last year. Last year, their best receiver was Robert Woods, 17 games played, had 2 touchdowns, 91 targets, 527 yards. That was their best receiver. Second best receiver overall by numbers, tight end. This guy is going to have a big year this year because of, I believe, also because of DeAndre Hopkins, with a disclaimer on it. Tight end, Chigoziem Okonkwo. I can't even do it. I'm telling you, anybody can do a freaking highlight on me mispronouncing names. But I'm going to call him Okonkwo. Okonkwo had himself 32 receptions, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, came in really heavy as of end. Traylon Burks, who played 11 games and got injured, was starting to pick it up, 444 yards, 1 touchdown, and then tight end Austin Hooper, 444 receiving yards, had to touch on himself. Believe it or not, Derrick Henry had his best receiving year at 398. He asked himself 41 receptions, 33 receptions, 398 yards. That was probably, I think, career high. So you didn't have a single wide receiver to top 600 yards. That's sad. That is sad. I mean, it's really, really sad. Definitely that's going to change. That's going to change. this year with DeAndre Hopkins. If DeAndre Hopkins is healthy, we know what he could do. Last year, he delivered. He got suspended for like 6, 7 games. Played pretty decent when he came back with a carousel of quarterbacks with Colt McCoy. Kyler Murray barely was injured. I mean, he had a complete amount of cab drivers tossing the ball to him, and he still had like a few touchdowns. Had some really good games. Anyway, going back to this, I believe that DeAndre is definitely for sure going to help that depleted wide receiver, core that the Titans have. I mean, it has to help the overall offense. I mean, the Titans last year were ranked 29 in total offense. All right, 29 in total offense, 29 in passing touchdowns. All right, 28th in points per game at 17.4 points per game. That's sad. That they average 17.4 points per game. Derrick Henry was their total offense pretty much. I mean, when you take a Derrick Henry's numbers on the ground, he rushed for over 1,500 yards, 16 game plays, ignites. He's still bullying it, man. 10 touchdowns. Derrick Henry had himself 10 touchdowns. All right. The other two running backs had 3, so 13 rushing touchdowns as opposed to 16 receiving touchdowns. That's pretty wild. And the player that led the team with the most receiving touchdowns was 4. And it wasn't even a wide receiver, right? It was Dontrell Hilliard, a running back, a backup running back, had 4 receiving touchdowns. Pretty wild. And he also led the team with the most average yards per catch at 15.9. That's how bad the offense was last year over the air. The passing offense was not bad for the Tennessee Titans. So these are all good things. In addition to, I think DeAndre is going to be a really, really good tool and serve young Traylon Burks, who I think has a really high ceiling, help him develop, and also including tight end Okonkwo. I think these two guys, Okonkwo is like a beast, bro. That guy is just built different. He's so athletic, run, block, get down the field. I mean, honestly, I think Traylon Burks and Okonkwo are going to be the biggest benefactor in the sense of, now the attention is not just on them. It's going to be on DeAndre Hopkins. It should open up a lot of opportunities for these two young men. So that part is another positive for the Tennessee Titans. And then, of course, your workhorse, Derrick Henry. This has to help Derrick Henry, right? This has to help Derrick Henry lessen the workload a little bit, right? Because last year he was the main. This guy's been the horse since his entire career since he's gotten there. Okay, but absolutely, this has to help Derrick Henry, who, again, a monstrosity of a year last year. And when I mean a monstrosity, in a good way, I mean, he was a monster, dude. All right, he was a monster. All right, last year again, like he's been doing year after year, carrying the load. I mean, his back must be broken and hurt. This dude's gonna need some back surgery, not because he's getting hit so much, but from carrying the sorry ass Tennessee Titan offense year after year, year after year. I mean, when AJ Brown left, last year was even like a bigger load. I mean, this kid is carrying everybody and supporting everybody. I mean, I think every single offensive player in the Tennessee Titans should definitely, all right, put Derrick Henry on their tax returns as a dependent because the man, I mean, this is the other way around. I'm sorry. I think Derrick Henry should put every offensive player, all right, on his tax return as a dependent because he carried every single one of them and supported every single one of them. Yeah, that joke almost went the other way. Anyway, yeah, no, I mean, look, it has to be a huge load off Derrick Henry, hopefully, give him a little bit of a breathing room, maybe not, lessen the carries, right? That wear and tear in that body. He's definitely reaching the age where, it's time to put him out to the pasture kind of, but Derrick Henry's kind of such a beast of nature. And then, of course, the development of Traylon Burks, and Okonkwo, I think it's going to be beneficial for them too. And as they go on to year 2. Biggest question mark that we have is no secret is the quarterback position. All right. We know what you've got with Tannehill, right? Tannehill is a game manager. We saw how far he took him. He was better. He's had a better career with the Tennessee Titans than Mariota did, but it hasn't equaled to winning, all right, consistently in the playoffs. Last year, Tannehill had himself 65% completion percentage. He only played 12 games because then he got injured for the remainder of the year. 2,500 yards. He a modest 211 yards per game, 13 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And I know he does a lot of work with on the ground as well. He's not like a great rusher, but he does have skill. He used to be a former wide receiver. He gets a lot of touchdowns, quarterback sneaks or trick plays that, lead him into the end zone. But again, he's probably going to be the starter starting this year, coming out this year. There's no doubt about it, if healthy. But again, it's just such a ceiling has been met already. All right. So I don't know how much of a difference it's going to be for DeAndre Hopkins. It's got to help Tannehill, of course, because when AJ Brown left, that was the guy. I think DeAndre is out of the AJ Brown level when he comes to, I guess, years, because he's been in the league now 10, 11 years. He's not as young. However, is a huge upgrade that is definitely going to help Tannehill. But again, there's a ceiling with Tannehill. Forget about Malik Willis, a failed experiment. It was such a trash show. It was such a dumpster fire that they went ahead and drafted Will Levis this year, another quarterback. So Malik Willis, 8 games last year. We saw that was a complete failure. Whoever the scout was for Tennessee that decided to waste a pick on Malik Willis should get fired. Probably already did. I mean, he has such a horrible 50% completion percentage, 34 yards per game. I mean, the kid wasn't ready. Overwhelmed every single day. And then Joshua Dobbs went in there for a couple of games because it was just horrible. What we do expect of Will Levis, we have no clue. So we really have no clue what to expect of Will Levis, right? He's just another question mark. They're saying this kid might be the future. But, man, I'm telling you right now, the Titans' big question mark is it's a quarterback. So, again, another reason why I don't know why the DeAndre Hopkins chose Tennessee, because they don't have the quarterback that would lead them, that would lead him and whatever team in the team to the Super Bowl. So don't see it. Don't know what happened there. Again, DeAndre Hopkins is going to make them better if healthy. It's going to help. It's going to make Tannehill better. It's going to help the development of the young players, lessen the load for Derrick Henry. Makes sense for the Titans to sign him. Doesn't make any sense for DeAndre Hopkins, who says who wants to win. Again, there was rumors, but I am shocked that this happened. I didn't think he was going. I thought he was going to pick a winner. I thought he was going to go to New England. I thought he was going to even. I don't know, man. The Chiefs, right? Take less money. You go to the Chiefs, you win a championship. Anyway, regardless of the fact, DeAndre Hopkins signs with the Titans at 2 years, $26 million. It's going to be exciting to see D-Hop back again as the number one. So before I move on, because I'd really want to hit you, the 3 players that everybody's concerned about with the NFL, all right, franchise deadline coming up tomorrow, Monday, July 17th at 4 p.m. Let's hear a word from my sponsors, BetUS, all right, where the games begins. Do me a favor. The descriptions are going to be in the links are going to be in the description where you could go to click it. You will be led to BetUS, my affiliate link. It's going to give you 125%, all right, deposit match by BetUS, the number one sports book out there, man. They are it, and they are the best sports book out there. I use them. Again, I tweet picks every day right now on MLB. Follow me on Twitter for for the links on a daily basis and also on my picks.
I've been to 56 straight home games.
I've tailgated 61 times.
I've been to 31 practices.
I've collected 17 autographs.
I've had 27 beers spilled on me. Make that 28.
I've got one sports book.
I've got one sports book.
I've got one sports book.
BetUS.com.
Sign up at BetUS and get a massive 125% bonus.
Again, links will be in my description. Click on the link, get 125% matching, 125% of your deposit, which is great. More than 100%. So check it out. All right, moving on. We are moving to, again, as I mentioned, the NFL franchise deadline is tomorrow. And the three biggest names out there that are either haven't taken the franchise tag yet, who have been franchise tag, I'm sorry, but haven't agreed to it, and haven't reached a long-term agreement are Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, and Tony Pollard. To me, of course, as the Giants fan, your boy is like, well, Saquon has to sign, right? So what do you think is going to happen? I mean, there's been a lot of rumors, especially beyond Saquon. So listen, if the Giants don't sign him by tomorrow, it'll be the stupidest thing that could ever happen in Giants franchise history.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
And also will be the stupidest thing for Saquon Barkley to sit out the season because he's going to be stubborn. Rumors are with the Giants, and I'm starting with Saquon, of course, I'm a Giants fan. Rumors are that the Giants offered him $13 million. His agent turned it down. They were saying Saquon was looking for, CMC money, Christian McCaffrey money, $16 million, which, come on, man. I mean, I love Saquon, but, he's been injured more than Christian McCaffrey has. However, they're saying that this is just a game right now, but they're going to reach an agreement before the season starts. Maybe not by tomorrow, but before the season starts for about $14 million a year. So, hey, I dig it. Look, I give him $14 million. All right, give him $14 million and go with it. All right. At the end of the day, these contracts are front loaded. It could be more like an extension, like a 3 or 4 year extension, but in reality, it's more like a 2 year. The NFL makes their contracts a little different. So Saquon, I don't think he's not going anywhere. All right. Honestly, as a Giants fan, I think I might mortgage the house and place a bet. May not be signed by tomorrow or reach an agreement, but before the season starts, he will still be a Giant. He's a big part of the offense. And there's big things coming this year for the Giants with Waller, and everything else. So I think it'll be stupid, all right, if the Giants do not sign Saquon Barkley. All right, next we have Josh Jacobs. Josh has been a great player, all-purpose yards, one of the top leaders in the league. This year, he knows he wants to get paid. Derek Carr is no longer in the team. So, we know that Devontae Adams got all that money when they signed him last year. And again, had a wonderful individual season, just had a horrible season as a team, but he killed it last year. Now, Josh Jacobs is like, yo, listen, I got to get paid too, right? However, I think there's a little more different. There's a little different than Saquon and the Giants, right? Honestly, I don't think with the amount of money the Raiders have spent, Devontae Adams, I know they just got Jimmy Garoppolo now. That was a cheap deal anyway. But they got other players on defense that they're giving a lot of money, and there's going to be some free agents coming up on defense as well, and they're probably going to go after a quarterback after this season. Jacob in this case doesn't have the leverage. Tying a lot more money on Jacobs definitely messes up the future for the Raiders. So I think this one might tango a little longer. I think they're going to try to lowball Jacobs as much as they can to get him in a long-term contract, but that's why Jacob is holding out. He's not happy. He wants to get paid more money. But, I think this one might actually go a little longer. Don't be surprised if this goes into the season. So, again, good running back. You'll be stupid enough as the Raiders not to draft him. Not to sign him, but he doesn't have as much leverage as Saquon. Saquon means a lot more to the offense. All right. Saquon is the best offensive player after the quarterback, of course, but position player the Giants have. So he was a huge part of Daniel Jones' success. Jacobs, Devontae Adams caught everything that was thrown his way. Jacob has had a good year because Devontae Adams was there. So this one is one of those that, look, if I'm the Raiders, I'll play hardball, man. You take the lowest possible, amount of money you give them and kind of work the business side of it up. But I think this was going to tango a little more, and Jacobs does not have the leverage in this case. Tony Pollard. I don't know why this is taking so long with Tony Pollard, right? They got rid of Ezekiel Elliott because they know they got to sign this kid. They knew they have to sign some more weapons on offense. It's taking longer than usual. Pollard may not be asking for a lot of money. I don't know what the rumors are, but this is another one like Saquon Barkley is going to happen probably tomorrow. I mean, come on, Pollard. I know he's coming off of an injury, but this guy's a beast. You got to pay him. Again, he's not. Pollard and Jacobs are not in the status of money where Saquon is requesting because of how good Saquon is while he's healthy, right? He's a generational talent, has put generational numbers when he's healthy. Question mark with Saquon has been his injuries. However, Pollard is good. Good running back. So is Jacobs, but they're nowhere in the level of Saquon Barkley. That's why I think this one's going to get done. I think that Jerry pays people. So Jerry's going to pay Pollard. There's no doubt about it. He's not going to get Ezekiel Elliott money. I mean, that was the stupidest contract I've ever seen in my life because it was so early on. However, he's going to pay him. He's going to pay him because he needs him. And, of course, he falls in love with players. And he loves Tony Pollard. People keep forgetting when Zeke was holding out and Tony Pollard, I believe, was a rookie, and he was killing it, all right, in the during preseason, all right, in camp, in OTAs. And I remember even Jerry saying, yeah, Ezekiel who? Because he had Tony Pollard out there, right? He's going to pay Tony. Tony's not going to be not as expensive. I think Tony may get anywhere between the neighborhood of $12 million, maybe Jacobs as well. But Saquon, I think with the Giants, this deal is going to get done probably in the neighborhood of 14 and 15 million is probably what it's going to take to sign Saquon Barkley, which it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen by the deadline, you still got before the beginning of the season. But he's going to be a Giant starting the year. There's no doubt about it. You can take that shit to the bank, all right? You can take it to the bank. All right. Now, let's go. And we got some trending headlines, man. There's a few trending headlines, happened between yesterday and today that I want to give you my quick reactions. When I do trending headlines, I give you the headlines. It's kind of like a headline and give you my quick takes on them. So here we go. The trending headlines coming up.
Okay, let's go.
All right, here we go. First and foremost. Ooh, wait a minute. I got them out of the wrong order here. Sorry about that. Giving you a little preview there. All right, first and foremost, first trending headline of the day. All right, we have tight end Evan Engram has signed with, re-signed, I guess, with the Jags, right? He got himself paid, baby. He got himself paid, what about $41 million for 3 years, $24 million guaranteed up front. Pretty freaking awesome, man. Evan Engram. Now, this is the reason why I wanted to bring this up today. Evan Engram is a good player, former Giant. Didn't do shit with the Giants. It was hurt more than anything else. Butterfinger is what I used to call him. And he has had a really career year last year. Had his career year last year with the Jags, and it was a huge piece for Trevor Lawrence's resurgence and getting to the next level. And you got to have that tight end that's athletic nowadays. All right, everybody wants to get the next Kelsey and everything, but this kid is athletic enough, can run with the best of them. It's fast, can't block for shit, but has can catch the ball and will be. He's still an asset at 24 guaranteed, technically 41 a year. Yeah, it's not bad. I think overpaid a little bit, but he's also been injury prone. So last year was his best year because he played a full year and had a career year. So and of course that's the reason why I sparked the conversation of Jacobs, Pollard, and Saquon now coming up to the deadline tomorrow by 4 p.m. Next, who do we have here? LeBron James, homie LeBron James, baby, decides. It said he's going to change his uniform number to number 6. I mean, from number 6 to number 23 next season, out of respect for Bill Russell. I got it, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's good. I dig that, man. Respect to Bill, the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest players of all time. Now, all of a sudden, Twitter sparked up the conversation of, oh, look at LeBron's numbers. Let's look at LeBron's numbers year over year. It's 23. Remember, he wore 23 with Cleveland and Miami. 27 points per game, all that good stuff. People forget that Michael Jordan killed it at when he comes to the numbers weren't 23, right? Jordan was on fire, whatever. That's cool. 27 for LeBron, 7.4 rebounds per game, 7.6 assists, 49%. When he comes to field goal percentage, I get it. Those are really good numbers. However, Michael Jordan destroyed it. All right, he averaged 31.9 points per game, 50% from the field, and 1,086 games as a Bull. Add another 5.4 rebounds, all right, and 2.4 steals per game, winning 68% of his games. 68% of his games. That's pretty solid. So LeBron is not the greatest, whatchamacallit, greatest person wearing number 23. It's definitely Michael Jordan. It's not LeBron. Let's stop. Let's stop with the foolishness. Okay, let's stop with that. Let's get away from that. It's Michael Jordan. It's a good gesture by LeBron James doing his thing. All right, changing his number. I think it's really, really great. However, it's not like, let's go ahead and what do we got to make this sound like we have to do this every year? Every time LeBron does a number change or something, everybody did the talk about the greatest of all time happens. Let's stop it. Greatest of all time is Michael Jordan. All right. Greatest player to wear 23. It is what it is. What's next? Well, we still have some NBA news here. Some NBA news. We still got some NBA news there. Look, the Suns are still making moves. The Suns are still making moves. Here, let me change this here. I'm having a hard time here. The Suns are still making moves in free agency. Okay, they're still making moves in free agency. They go back here on stream. They pull a couple of more trades today. Hold on a second. Jeez, I'm having a hard time now. It's I messed up here on my. I should know how to use my my studio by now, but it's here we go. The Suns are still making moves. Check this out. They traded Campaign, which I mean, this is like their backup point guard right now, or starting point guard at one point after trading everybody, for a second-round pick and cash to the Spurs. Then they sign Bobo to a 1-year deal as well. So after it's all said and done, the Suns have actually done a really good job after spending all their money in the Big Four and not trading DeAndre Ayton to build a really good team around them with minimal cash that was left. They got good shooting. They got great size. I mean, they actually put some depth with players that can really, really play. I mean, not these superstars, but I mean, you got four freaking all-stars in the team. You just need some really, really good role players. And I think they're able to accomplish that. This is a good deal. I mean, I think during this whole ordeal, they've acquired some, like, a lot of number 2 round picks here. So Bobo, I think, is a really good addition. It's going to give some more backup and some more depth in the front court. So that's pretty good. So I think they're still pulling moves. The Phoenix Suns are right now, to me, after Bradley Beal getting traded and Chris Paul and blah, 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 they're still pulling moves out here. And that's I like this. I like this right here. They're building capital in order to keep building for the future. Lastly, but not least, man. Oh, man. NBA superstar Stephen Curry added more to his legacy. And it's not even the NBA season. All right. On the golf course yesterday, my man had hit a hole-in-one at the American Century Championship Celebrity Tournament in State Line, Nevada. I don't care. I don't care if it's not a PGA Tour. Listen, my man. This guy right here. This guy right here is built different. This guy right here is. I'm gonna play this with you. Stephen Curry is built different. All right, hole-in-one. I don't care if it's not a PGA event, but a hole-in-one anywhere is sick. And take a look at this.
Boy, this is right at it if it gets there. How about that?
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, hey, Raj, all I'll say is this. I think he pulled the right club. Oh, my goodness gracious. He may not stop till he gets to the Bay Area.
Steph enjoys playing golf as much as he does playing basketball. You know what I mean? He enjoys playing golf as much as he enjoys playing basketball. Unreal. This kid is unreal. If you notice that, he was just having a good old time. He was just having a good old time there on the golf course. He's running all over the place. This is how he plays basketball when he hits a big three. I mean, the dude has long range. Honestly, if anybody had a doubt, which you shouldn't have, who's the greatest shooter, greatest three-pointers of all time, three-point shooter of all time, all the greatest long-range shooter, this right here should completely take that doubt out of your mind, because the man is not only hitting long-range shots on the court, but he's getting long-range shots. He's hitting long-range shots on the golf course and hole-in-ones. Bro, goatness for real. This kid is goated. He's a hell of a golf player too, man. I'm shocked they lost to Travis Kelce and whatchamacallit and Patrick Mahomes. That's because Kelce and Mahomes are better golfers, and not than Stephen Curry. It's because Klay Thompson can't play golf for shit. But this is great. This is great, man. I mean, look, one more time. Here is my man, Stephen Curry, hitting a hole-in-one at a celebrity tournament yesterday.
Boy, this is right at it if it gets there. How about that?
Are you kidding me?
Not bad. Not bad at all. Stephen Curry delivers on and off the court. Thank you, everybody, for listening. That's all I have for you today. I appreciate the love. Thank you for the listens. Thank you for the watches. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the love. I'm doing this. I do this at least once a week. Today, I think I got 2 in. I think I went ahead and I did one on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk came at you with another live episode once a week. Try not to miss any week. I appreciate the love. Football season is really about a month away, less than a month away, actually. Today is the 16th. So this is going to get crazy real shortly here. Not just NFL, but college football. Check out bet.us. Hit the link in the description and get yourself a 125% deposit bonus from bet.us, where the game begins. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the love. Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast signing out. Peace.
Yo!